Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1123 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is credibility is an asset. It grows as others invest in you. Now, this is interesting, people. What I'm saying is credibility is an asset. And when I looked up the dictionary said an asset is any resource owned or controlled by a business or any economic entity. It is anything that can be used to produce positive economic value. Assets represent value of ownership that can be converted into cash. I had to look up the dictionary, guys. So, hi, Cindy. So, what I'm saying is credibility is an asset. However, it grows as others invest in you. So, think about your credibility. Let me know your thoughts on that on the other side of the show reel. So, let's do this show reel time. Welcome back. Welcome back to the conversation. And we were talking about assets, we were talking about credibility, and the fact that an asset is a resource. It's a resource that you own. It is something that you can be used for creating positive results and value. And what I'm saying is that an asset, your credibility is an asset. It is something that you can use to create positive value. And it is built every time. Thank you so much, Pamela, for joining us on the live. Thank you so much. So we are talking about credibility, and isn't it beautiful that I have you on board with me, listening, investing your time into this conversation and letting me know that you trust me, that there is a level of credibility in this conversation. So thank you for joining. Let me know who's watching. I know Pamela's watching. I know Gopalan's watching. Hello, hello. And I know Cindy is watching. So, who else is watching today and who else is investing in my credibility? So, credibility is an asset, it grows as others invest in you. So, when we look at it from the broader perspective, and I don't want to be in the picture, look at it from the broader perspective in relationships. When you are invested in a relationship, hey Dale, thank you for joining. So when you are invested in a relationship and you begin to invest your time, your resources, your money, sometimes relationships call for you to invest your money as well. So when you invest your trust, when you invest your time, when you invest your energy in certain relationships, the credibility, you do that based on the level of credibility that the other person might have, the kind of the kind of response you receive from the person, the kind of affection you receive from the person, the kind of the depth of conversations that you can have with the person. So then you begin to invest further, and the credibility of that relationship then begins to grow leaps and bounds. So this is what I mean when I say credibility is an asset. It grows as others invest in you. So if I'm to again step back into the picture and look at it, my credibility is definitely something that is growing because of the investment you are making in it, right? You, the investment of time, energy that you are making in these conversations, that is what keeps it going. That is what keeps day after day after day. And again, today we are at day 1123, and that's not a joke, because it's been consistent because you've been consistent. It makes me want to give more in this relationship and build on that asset of credibility because you have invested your trust in it. Please let me know if I'm making sense. Um, Cindy says you earn credibility by your words and your action. I love that you brought that up, Cindy, because a lot of times people are all yap, 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 and there is so much of words and so much of stuff that they say, But then if you look at their actions, there is that huge misalignment. I'm sorry, my hand is so down that you can't even see it. So, there's this big gap between what they're saying and what they're doing. So people might say, "You mean the world to me." Yet, when it comes to looking at how they're showing up for you, it doesn't match. You tell somebody you mean a lot to them. If you're saying that to them, then you need to show it even in your behavior. You need to show it in the actions that you take, in the way that you are there for them, in the way that you take care of them. So having that alignment between your words and your actions is super, super important in relationships, in conversations, in anything that you're doing. So look at how you can build your credibility, because again, it's an asset. It is something that is going to keep growing. I love that, Gopalan. Thank you so much. Credibility has to be demonstrated. It absolutely does. Yes. And it definitely does. And again, going back to my conversation with you earlier today, where you it was lovely what you pointed out. I'm just going to read it as you wrote it, because that's what you said. You said that, one second, let me, 2 seconds, please. You said, organizations always say their people are their asset. When they invest in their people, their credibility with customers grows. So, yes, definitely, right? Where organizations, they call their people as their asset, and then they begin to invest in them. And as they invest in their people, their credibility with the customers begins to grow. It makes so sense. So we were able to look at it from the perspective of relationships, and also looking at it from the perspective of organizational excellence. So thank you, Gopalan, for that bit of wisdom, and thank you for helping me understand better. So before it converts to an asset, credibility definitely has to be demonstrated. You build it over a period of time, like you build trust itself. And it's only when people begin to trust you that they begin to invest in you. Isn't that so true? So thank you so much, guys. Let me know how this conversation is sitting with you. Let me know where you are in terms of building that credibility for yourself in a relationship, whether it is that personal relationship, professional relationship, even academic relationship for that matter. Show me how you are showing up. Let me know if you are beginning to identify any gaps between your actions and your words. If you say that, this relationship is, thank you, Gopalan, for copying that in. I just referred to our chat. So so when you look at academics, let's look at it from the academic perspective. If you are saying, "I want to be a doctor," and you are studying hard for it, however, your heart is not in it, you are just doing it for possibly the sake of your parents, and you're just pushing yourself hard, then you begin to feel that resentment. You don't feel that connect. You don't feel like investing time, or you don't feel like investing happiness, some level of happiness into it. And so there is that friction, and it begins to be evident either in your results, in terms of the results you're getting on your tests, or it begins to show in the smile that you wear on your face, where it just doesn't reach your eyes. You just don't feel satisfied. And most parents should be able to see that when their children are struggling. And if they're not seeing it, people, invest more in your child, invest more in giving attention to understanding what your child is saying to you, because they're not here to fulfill your dreams. They have dreams of their own. So invest properly in your relationships. Pamela, I love what you said. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely. I love that. In fact, last evening we had a beautiful question on integrity and flowing with life. The conversation on Wise Wednesdays was brilliant last evening. You might want to visit that, where we spoke about integrity, values, energy. It was outstandingly magical. So do tune into yesterday's conversation too. And Gopalan says, need to embrace credibility as a relationship you have. Yes. And why does that little voice in my head say that this is something that you're going to show up, post as a quote very, very soon? So thank you so much, Gopalan. Hey, Adam, thank you for watching. How are you, little one? No, how are you, Adam? How are you? It was so much fun speaking to you the other day. And here is someone, Adam is someone who has built his credibilities over the years. And he is someone who talks about ability, not age. So, this is again somebody I absolutely love and respect for what he is doing, for being the youngest in the room, and for always showing up with credibility. The right conversation to be a part of, Adam. Thank you so much. Gopalan says it's a reflection of who you are being as you show up as an asset. Absolutely. So, same here. Loved talking to you. Thank you, Adam. And today we are talking about credibility being an asset. It is an asset that grows as others invest in you. And quite obviously, you know what I'm talking about because so many people have invested their trust in you. They've given you platforms to learn at, to teach at, to speak at such a tender age. You started at the age of 8, and now you're 10. You're growing up, yet you started so early in life. And isn't that such a blessing and such a showcase of your credibility? More power to you. More conversations with you moving forward. And thank you, everyone, for being part of this conversation. If this has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am an asset. Yeah, let's keep it simple for today. I am an asset is all that you're going to type in comments. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message in comments, or share this video with someone who would take value from it, because I think it's about time we visited our conversation with credibility. We understood more closely how credible we feel, not just to others, not just to others, but also to ourselves. How credible do you feel? How often do you self doubt? And how self confident are you? So look at credibility with a fresh pair of lenses. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe. And thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so much. And of course, you know the drill. If you're new to the platform and haven't subscribed, do subscribe. Thank you so much.